So we're going to move on to our second presenter. Our second presenter is extremely excited to be on stage and talk.
Yeah.
I know that personally. It's a true fact. And our next presenter is going to share nothing but true facts with you, because our next presenter is a software engineer. And a super tech nerd. And they have, I mean, she said before the show had started that this is the thing that she wants you to take away from this, and this is going to be clarified in her talk moments from now. That distributed ledger technology is the revolution of the internet, the next big revolution of the internet. I thought it was porn. You're going to learn otherwise right now. Please put your hands together for our next presenter, Kitana Kedavra!
Hi everyone, I'm Kitana Kedavra. Being a creature of the night, I'm developing fucking software. What the hell am I going to talk about? Distributed ledger technology. You might have heard of it, or its more famous sibling, blockchain. As Gavin Belson says on Silicon Valley, probably, the future is now. And it's hard to keep up with all these buzzwords because tech is just moving. So, distributed ledgers have really been the backbone of accounting in pretty much everything since the dawn of time, like papyrus and all those other things like Excel spreadsheets. So you can kind of think of DLT, distributed ledger technology, as digitized papyrus. So, before we get into that, however, we have to address a little something called the Byzantine generals problem. I'm going to get deep nerd, and I'm going to try to talk fast because this is a very complicated subject and I have to pack a lot into 5 minutes. Or maybe longer because my slides aren't moving. So, the Byzantine generals problem, y'all. Imagine a castle. Imagine it. There's a slide with one on it, but for now you just have to. Surrounding this castle are 4 allied generals. They need to coordinate an attack, but how are they going to do that, right? They have to maybe send a messenger between General A and General B. But that's not very secure because the messenger could get, he could decide he wants to change the message, or he could get shot down with flaming arrows and murdered, and the message would never get to any of the generals. So how are we going to solve this problem? Distributed ledger tech knows. There is a thing called Byzantine fault tolerance, which is incorporated in DLT for security. So essentially what this does is it ensures the integrity of the message is preserved through consensus, as in all the generals receive the message at the same time, making it secure and pretty much unimpeachable. So what does this have to do with anything? Distributed ledger technology is a collection of decentralized ledgers, which by definition are not controlled by a central authority. So due to the value stored in these ledgers, bad actors or unreliable generals and messengers have a huge economic incentive to wipe out the data and cause faults. So by delivering the message to all 4 generals at the same time, or nodes, it ensures security of the technology inherently. It is a collection of decentralized logbooks, papyrus, Excel spreadsheets, but in code, and nobody can fuck with this code. It's amazing. So, unlike traditional databases, distributed ledgers have no central data or administrative functionality. So the blockchain, what is it? You've heard a lot about it probably at Thanksgiving from your uncle talking about Bitcoin. But is one application of distributed ledger technology. Decentralized database that is managed by multiple users. The format of a blockchain is literally what it says on the tin. A bunch of blocks of code that are continually forming a chain. It is that simple. So, each block is closed by a hash or a cryptographic signature that functions as a wax seal. And each block has to start with the hash of the block that preceded it beforehand. So this takes a lot of time, but it also ensures security that the tech has not been tampered with. So, what's the difference? What's the difference? Isn't it the same thing? I feel like I've been saying ledgers a lot. The difference is the structure and ability to apply permissions. The unending append-only quality of the blockchain, just blocks one after the other in a chain, takes a lot of time and energy to update and is super, super inefficient, and it's only really famous because of Bitcoin. It's just one application. DLT, distributed ledger technology, is cleaner, more versatile, much more energy efficient, and has a lot more high-speed network possibilities. So, think of it in terms of sticky notes. All Post-its are sticky notes, but not all sticky notes are Post-its. There are some real-world applications of DLT, which will help, clarify what this can actually do for all of us rather than being some high-concept tech bullshit. There are limitless possibilities, y'all. DLT inherently removes the middleman from everything. Since there's no central authority, there's no banks, no governments, and none of the barriers to entry. And it's great. It's great for everyone. It's great for everyone. There's no fees, there's no So, and it's great for creative and sexy content creators. So bank fees mean no nonsense, and you can use micropayments to transfer any amount of money that you want that is unhindered by, bank fees and regulations and minimal transactions and all that stuff. So 2 examples of technologies that are currently doing this are Steemit, which is a blog that rewards you in cryptocurrency for creating and reading and updating content, and TuneFM, which is built on distributed ledger technology, and it is a music marketplace that allows musician creators to be compensated for every second their music is streamed. What? They can get paid wherever they want in the world, and that can be applied to a lot of things. All creative, all cool, all sexy. Distributed ledger technology! Please talk to me about this at length anytime. I only had 5 minutes.